Ladies and gentlemen, this player literally 24 hours ago, 24 to 48 hours ago, we were hoping to get a here we go for Chelsea. Now we've got a here we go for PSG. Something sinister happened. Something mad happened. It's like all of a sudden a bomb dropped and we just pulled out from this situation pronto. What happened here, ladies and gentlemen? What truly went on?
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get stuck into this particular news because, do you know what? I think something sinister happened in this situation. I don't think it's a straight cut or as simple as PSG offering double the money. That seems very, very believable at first sight. But when you think about someone like Ugarte, who was getting paid 700k euros per year, 700, not even a million, to all of a sudden PSG wanting to double the offer, which was 5 million, 6 million, which was already very lucrative, to double it to 10 million. To be honest, now when I think about it, it seems a bit too outlandish, And this whole rumor about us trying to buy a minority stake, I wouldn't put it past it. I really wouldn't put it past it because we've always, our owners since they've come in, our new owners since they've come in, they've been trying to find these loopholes, long-term contracts, trying to get more amortization. And now UEFA, bodies, financial fair play bodies, regulatory bodies have put a stop to that. You can't do any more of those 8, 9, 10-year contracts. It's got to be up to 5 years. And there's always been an interest from us to buy stakes in other leagues, to create their multi-dimensional, footballing model. So I wouldn't put it past us trying to be sinister in this situation. Let's have a look at the news and let's see what we can make out of all of this. And don't forget, George Mendes is someone who we're so close to, and Todd Boehly is so close to. We should have been able to close this transaction with Ugarte, but now he's a PSG player. But the reason why I'm looking at it in a different sense now, and I'm thinking Chelsea might have screwed up here and bottled it, or try to do something sneaky, is because the news is now coming from The Athletic. Previously, there was a lot of stuff that was coming from the French counterpart. And obviously, Portugal saying that the PSG were offering more money. But the fact that this is now coming from The Athletic makes me think maybe there is some truth behind all of this. Where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire, ladies and gentlemen. Exclusive, Paris Saint-Germain drafted a legal letter to complain to Sporting Lisbon on Sunday after media reports emerged suggesting Chelsea might take a stake in Portuguese club as part of the proposed transfer on Manuel Ugarte. Look, I said it. If the case is that PSG actually did lift the wage to 10 million, which is 200k per week, apparently, pounds, something like that. That's mad. I just find it so odd that, look, then again, PSG could do that, but I just find it so odd that they would have to go to that length to get this particular player when apparently their offer was always a bit higher anyway. We never came as close to their offer anyway. This is why it makes me think we were trying to do something outside the box. This is why Ben Jacobs, when he said that Sporting were pushing this player to us, the structure was better. It makes me think the structure involved maybe a minority stake. I don't see why all of a sudden PSG, who all throughout this process, Record Portugal has been saying that they had better offer wages. And we knew that as well from the get-go. They had about 5 or 6 million euros. We were offering about 3.5. That was the latest. With incentives, we came close. So why the need to double your money? I think PSG found out something, and I feel like maybe George Mendes might have snitched on this situation. I know there's a lot of these conspiracy theories floating around. These are the things that's been said in social media, and some of you guys said it in the live chat. Some of you guys even said that maybe, with João Felix being George Mendes' client, and the fact that João Felix is not going to be part of Chelsea Football Club because Pochettino has, told it to get back to Atletico Madrid. Maybe George Mendes didn't take that lightly either. Maybe he snitched. But look, I think there could be some truth around this whole Adam Crafton story, ladies and gentlemen. More on this drama. Chelsea say they pulled out because they felt salary offer from PSG too high, but PSG insists the player will be paid 3.5 million. And the other fact, I was talking to Eunice earlier on. Even if PSG did want to offer 10 million, why would you want to hide that? Why would you say no to that? Okay, yeah, we paid double. Why would a club like PSG deny that? No, we're not paying double. They never deny anything else. They've always been known to pay overs for so many players. Why now in this situation they'll just go, no, we didn't pay double? And as I said, Ben Jacobs' thread, go check that out, which clearly states both clubs were trying to trigger the release clause, fair enough, but Chelsea had the better structure and Sporting was pushing the player to Chelsea because of the better structure provided by Chelsea. Now, the structure, is it because of the bonuses and incentives that we were looking to give Sporting, or is it also the minority stake? And apparently the player was keen on a Premier League move. So what happened all of a sudden? All of a sudden, this player is now a PSG player. And Chelsea's offer was higher, but reports in Portugal claim PSG offer much higher. This is all coming from The Athletic. Further goes on to say, sources close to the process deny Chelsea held any talks to invest in Sporting as part of the deal. PSG's draft letter further pledged to take all necessary and regulatory steps. Because you can't be fancying up deals like this, man. You can really hide the true cost of a player, trying to get a minority stake to get the player to come to your club. This is how you get in trouble with financial fair play. This is unprecedented. No one's ever done this. This is somewhat illegal. You try and do the two separate things, two things separately. You don't try and put the two things together. Oh, we'll get Ugarte, but guess what? We'll get a minority stake on your club. We'll invest on your club. You give the player to us. That's sneaky, man. That's sneaky. And honestly, I wouldn't put it past our owners trying to do something like that, because we've been trying to do some sneaky stuff. To ensure the interests of PSG and Ugarte, before requesting that Sporting provide a comprehensive explanation of any investment to be made by either Chelsea as a club or anybody in the club's ownership group connected to Chelsea. The letter ended by warning that the matter would be escalated to UEFA if Sporting failed to provide a satisfactory response within 24 hours. The Athletic. Look, I find it very difficult to believe that all of this is made up. Like, this is not like a two-line sentence. This is a proper story. Like, to actually sit here and say that this is all made up. Look, all I'm going to say is that, look, the player's gone to PSG. And this is what I said yesterday when the news first broke. I don't mind if it's more money that PSG were trying to offer PSG were trying to offer the player, and we try to pull out because of that, that's fine. I think us being sensible, that's great. But if we're pulling up because we had some sneaky negotiation tactics in the likes of trying to put a minority stake, we got to stop this. We're going to ruin ourselves. We have to stop. Nothing's going to be easy for us. That's why all of these clubs take us for a ride. You think Caicedo is going to be a walk in the park? You best believe it's not. Man United are interested. They have an upper hand with Colwood. They know we're interested, and that's why they're trying to slap £100 million price tag. Every club takes us for a ride, and they lowball us when we want to sell. They lowball us when we want to sell. We have to be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the way Liverpool has concluded the McAllister situation. Seamless. They like the player, contacted the agent who's his father, and they've moved on. And now they're going into the next target. At PSG, there is a bewilderment that Chelsea, who have spent in excess of 600 million since last summer, are now speaking of market value, with the club's president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, among those who has been surprised by the level of expenditure Chelsea have committed. It's true. Look, we are trying to rectify, but Al-Khelaifi probably has a point here. All of a sudden, now we're talking about market value. We spent a hell of a lot of money. And now we want to talk about market value. As I said, great, we're trying to rectify the situation, but I wouldn't put it past us trying to do something sneaky. We have to stop if that's the case. We've got to stop this sneaky businessman. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. The way it collapsed, I'm thinking it's not just about doubling the money to 10 million from PSG. I'm thinking there's something happened, and I think this minority stake business is probably true. It's probably true. Let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, what you think is the truth is. Bottom line, we got to stop. We got to stop being crazy like this. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Romeo Lavia has previously spoken to Eden Hazard about his experience at Chelsea. Hazard urged him to take the chance if he got it. Further goes on to say, it is understood Graham Potter spoke to Lavia in January over the phone with Tom Bowley, verbally posing proposing a deal to Southampton which would have seen him loaned back until the end of the season, but the idea was rejected. Joe Shields has been in regular contacts with Lavia this season, so we've got a bit of an upper hand, much like the George Mendes upper hand we had with Ugarte. We have got a bit of upper hand with Joe Shields in regards to Romeo Lavia, but look, Liverpool are interested in this player as well. And Southampton won 40 to 50 million for Romeo Lavia. This is what I'm saying. Everyone wants to take us for a ride. Look, I like Romeo Lavia. I think he's a good player. But inexperience, let's be honest, inexperience at this level. 40 to 50 million from a club that just got relegated. On a player that potentially might be still a backup because we do need a DM still. Romeo Lavia can play as a DM, no problems. I think he's more of an 8 though, box to box. And I can potentially see a Enzo, Lavia, and Caicedo trio. Then again, Caicedo, I don't know whether that will happen or not, but I can potentially see that. But if it's a double pivot, you best believe Romeo Lavia is coming from the bench. Probably be Caicedo and Enzo. And to charge 40 to 50 million. Some of our players, lucrative players, we can't even get that level of money. And Southampton, a team that has been relegated, can demand that level of money. Like, come on, man, on a player that is inexperienced. Yes, talent is there. Bottom line, inexperienced. Joe Shields is pushing the higher ups to start talks for Romeo Lavia. It's now his most likely destination, but Liverpool are in the fight. As I said, Liverpool are in the mix as well. Liverpool do the way they did the McAllister business, seamless, and something for us to truly learn from. Real Madrid will insist for Kai Havertz in the next days. No issues on personal terms, as player would be keen on the move. This seems like it's happening, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope this takes place quick by the end of this particular month. I don't want to see Kai Havertz in the pre-season if he is going to Real Madrid. Chelsea open to selling Havertz, as reported 2 days ago, waiting also for more clubs to join the race. Real are players' priority. There you go. Hopefully soon we see personal terms agreed, and then both clubs can negotiate. We're open to sell. Hopefully we can get a decent fee. He's got 2 years left in his contract. We better get an important offer. If Romeo Lavia is going for about 40 to 50 million, come on, man. This guy should be going for at least 60. At least 60. But apparently that is not the price. That is not the price. Havertz has been thinking of leaving Chelsea due to the constant unrest. Talks are well underway between Real Madrid and his management. His friends Rudiger and Cruz are already there. Kai would be available for 52 million. 52 million for a player that's been playing in the Premier League for 3 seasons, has got pedigree in the Bundesliga, also a German international. I know he's not been that great, of course, but this is what I mean. You know, Southampton charging 40 to 50 million for Romeo Lavia, who's highly inexperienced, and we only get 52 million for Kai Havertz. This is what I mean. We need to fix up our act. We cannot be stupid in the market and do all this minority stake business, because clubs are not taking us seriously. Clubs look at us and they think we're stupid. We better pattern up. As I said, man, look at the way Liverpool moves, man. Every transfer so seamless. Luis Diaz. Who else did they get? Cody Gakpo stole that from Man United. Just seamless. Darwin Nunez. And now with the McAllister situation, we need to be smarter, better. Smarter and better, please. Chelsea won 52 million to sell Kai Havertz, Mate Moreto. I thought we could have got more than that. Maybe even 60 million. Real Madrid are going fully in for Kai Havertz. This is for Mate Moreto, Madrid Extra. True, Kai Havertz could be sold to Real Madrid for a total package of 60 million euros, 52 million. Talks are underway between Kai's representative and Real Madrid, but not yet. Chelsea, look, I hope Chelsea go for at least 60 million. At least 60 million. There's a lot of upside to Kai Havertz, young player. Could still become a huge player for Real Madrid. We need to put a value on that. Sure, it didn't work out for Chelsea Football Club, but we need to put a value on that. Ancelotti likes this player. Hopefully we don't bend over backwards and just give that player away for 52. Chelsea don't want to sit down and negotiate for Mount. It's 70 million or nothing. Do you know what? I'm fine with this, because they're suitors. At the same time, I'm worried. I hope we don't screw this up, because he is on his final year, whereas Kai Havertz got 2-year contract. Mason Mount only has 1 more year left. We don't want this guy to go out on a free at the end of this upcoming season. So this one, look, if we get 65 million, I'd be happy. But I don't mind, Chelsea holding out for 70. Man United are known to pay overs. Man United are known to pay overs. Let's see if there's anything latest from the Chelsea Dodgers. Anything latest that has dropped now. After Chelsea walked away from Manuel Ugarte transfer, they will try for a different midfielder. And in the next few days, I'll update you on Moses Caicedo, who absolutely remains a list on Chelsea. Look, remaining on the list, no problems. What level of wages are we going to offer Moses Caicedo? We seem like maybe we didn't want to match the Ugarte wages. What level of wages are we going to offer Caicedo? Lewa Colwell. What's going to happen with him? I think we might have to sell Lewa Colwell in order to get Caicedo. Chelsea have rejected a 15 million approach from Burnley for Ian Martson. This is from Adrian Kajumba. Once again, 15 million. A player that I'm thinking who's killed it in the Championship. We should be getting in somewhere close to 20 million. No way we should be selling for 15 million. Absolutely killed it for Burnley. One of their most important players. Team of the season as well in the Championship. But I think we may have to resort to losing this player. There seems to be too many left-sided players at Chelsea Football Club. There is a feeling Pulisic could be leaving for around 20 million. He's also willing to take a considerable pay cut to leave Italy and Premier League. Most likely options. Liam Toomey of the Athletic. Time to go, Christian Pulisic. Really, really time to go. You need to find a club ASAP. Breaking: Chelsea verbally offered 60 million for Magnan in discussion for Loftus-Cheek, but AC Milan said no. No one wants to agree with us on anything, man. Player swaps, this, that, the other. Look, this is probably a bit too ambitious. Trying to get Magnan to with money and Loftus-Cheek. Player swaps, these are not common. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't truly get the correct value of the player. This is what European clubs don't like doing this. This might be common in America, in American sports. It's just not common in Europe. They like to do two things separately and have separate values in the books. Once you apply a player, it dilutes the value of the other player, and they don't want to do that. So look, I would love Magnan, but let's just try and offload Loftus-Cheek. And then if we do want Magnan, let's try and negotiate that in a separate manner. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Football Club has agreed a deal to sign teenager midfielder Kendry Pires from Independiente del Valle. This is Chelsea Football Club announcing that. This was obviously reported by Fabrizio Romano a long time ago. So I'm very excited about that talent, but we're not going to get that talent until 2025. He's only 15 or 16 or something like that. So we're going to have to wait for that, but he's an exciting talent. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about everything we spoke about today, especially about that Ugarte situation. Do you think something sinister happened? And do you think Chelsea should just stay away from these sort of negotiation tactics? If we want to try and do something in the future with Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, this, that, the other, clubs will not take us seriously if they find out that we're doing this level of BS. But yeah, let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what you thought. Smash the like button. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Subscribe if you're here for the first time. I shall see you guys for a live stream tomorrow. Until then, see ya.